Hello, my sweet crafty friends. It's Monique with Grace and Tattered Lace. How are you doing today? I hope that you're doing well. I had a fabulous day. Not too bad. A little busy, but it is what it is. Hey, you guys know the drill. If you don't see that little red light up there, that means you're on replay. Make sure you type #replay. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're watching from. And of course, let me know what you thought of the craft. And don't forget to tell me what you had for dinner. All right, I'm seeing my live friends. Come on in. Come in, friends. I'm so excited to see you. I hope that you guys had a fabulous day. Come on in and say hello. Just gonna get started here for a second. Hello, Shay. Hi, Martha. How are you, friend? And Jan, I almost called you Jean. Just gonna do a little staining of this little guy while we're sitting here, waiting for everybody to come in. Hello, Joette. How are you, girl? And let's see. I thought I just used this one today. Hi, Terry. Welcome, friend. And Sarah. Terry W. Or actually, we could go with two Terry J's. Terry Jurgis and Jones. Hello, Donna. Good. Put some paint on here so we can just stain it up really quick. Hi, Betty and Peggy. Welcome, ladies. How are you guys doing today? Hi, Norma. Welcome. Very excited to have you guys here. I think I got more paint than I needed. Just gonna do the sides really quick. Well, there we go. Hi, Kimberly. You're not late, friend. We just started. I was running a little late today. I'll be honest, because I didn't know what I was making and I was very indecisive of what we were gonna make. Hi, Sharon and Vicky and Christine. Welcome. And Vicky. You guys ever get just indecisive when you want to make a project? I have so many ideas and so many thoughts going through my head that I just couldn't decide. All right. Let's wipe this one more time and my hands. Hi, Wanda. How are you? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you haven't had internet. That would be horrible. I would be just devastated if I didn't have any internet. I'm going to tell you that right now. We kind of live out in the country a little bit now, and our internet, we don't have any service, no cell service, no nothing. If our Wi-Fi goes out, like the Wi-Fi, you know, on your phone just doesn't even work. I'm just gonna, let's get that piece back. Let's do the back really quick. Yeah, so there was something that we saw that we needed, I told Kevin we needed to get, and now of course I don't remember what that was, because it was supposed to be good for places like this where you don't have any cell service. Okay. All right. So we're just going to use this little shape that I've had. This is already in the shop. We've made a snowman with this little guy before. Hi, Dawn. I'm good. How are you? We're going to make a snowman, but we're going to make him different than the other one that I've made using this. So just giving you some other ideas of what you can do with this particular shape. Or, you know, not just this shape, but other ideas for other snowmen. Hi, Karen. Don't worry. We just started. We just started. I was just working on doing some staining while you guys were coming in, since I didn't have it ready ahead of time. Oh, goodness. Okay, sorry. Let me clean my hands. Hi, Sherry. Welcome, girl. Hi, Charlene. It's been a bit, Sherry. You've been busy, girl. Did you have your big show, your craft show yet? Wi-Fi extender. It might have been that, Charlene, but for some reason that's not, my brain's not thinking that. Hi, Brenda. Yours is, oh my gosh, is it still blurry? You're on a gingerbread man kick, Trish. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Trina. Okay, let me quickly dry this and then we'll talk about what we're gonna do. Okay. Hi, Tanya. Welcome. And Linda. Yes. Not yet. Next weekend. Okay. Oh, I think Shay, isn't yours next weekend also? Or yours is December maybe. We have a few of you guys that are having some shows coming up. Super excited for you. Hi, Becca. You're making meatloaf, mashed potatoes, gravy. Oh, girl, that sounds good. Hello, Sally and Kimberly, my goldfish queen. There's my sweet friend, Christy. All right. They've all been blurry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm blurry for you guys, but nothing we can do. Hi, Drem. Is it Drem or Dremmy? Thank you so much. Hi, Becky. Working on your farmhouse crafting for Christmas, Miss Betsy. Phyllis, hi, girl. It's been a little while. Kevin and Roxy are doing good. So maybe if he pops on, you guys could tell him to come in here. Picture's clear for you. Okay. Thank you, Trina. Hello, Karen from Bowling Green, Missouri. Okay, well, I'm glad that not everybody, Brenda, I'm sorry it's blurry for you, but I'm glad that everybody's not blurry. I hate when that happens. So this color, I just used paint. Hi, Kathy and Bonnie. This is the home decor paint in the color of Java. We just used that for the stain today. Dream. Okay, thank you for clarifying. I hate to call you by the wrong name. So those of you that join me on live, for those that are new, welcome. Please let us know if you're new so we can give you a nice warm welcome. We're going to do some chippy on this little guy. This is, some of you may not have tried this. Some of you may have not even seen this method before, but I like to use wax instead of Vaseline or a candle, like some people like. So I just use my bare wax, okay? And then I just put it on an old brush. Clear on your end, Linda. Okay. And I'm just gonna see if I have any like loose dried pieces. I'm just gonna dip it right inside my thank you, Carrie. Hi, Deborah from West Tennessee. Simply Home. Okay, so I just gunked my brush up and I'm just gonna just kind of put it on here. No real, like, it'll be thicker in some spots than others, and the thicker spots are where it will come off, okay? Yes, I love Chippy too. All right, so we're gonna make a snowman, and we are going to use this for his little hat. I just love it. You used cubes of wax from the warmers the other day, and it worked awesome. I just don't have any luck with that for me. We're going to use this. This is a piece of that extra piece of that vintage fencing. It's not really barnwood, but yeah, it's just old. Peggy, what does it do? So when we put the paint on, we're going to be able to scrape it off and give it that chippy look really easily. But I just love this little piece. It's a little scrapped. You've never saw using wax before and you can't wait to see how it works. Oh, Phyllis, girl, I can't believe you've never seen me do that. Hi, Sandy. So this is going to be part of his hat. I'm super excited to use this, and it's going to give him that cute little like woodland, Chippy Farmhouse Woodland-y look. Okay, so we have our wax. We've stained it. We've put some wax on, and now I'm just going to put some paint. And this one is by Folk Art. It's called Vintage White. Okay. Where did I get the snowman? Deborah, it is in my my Etsy shop. If you hit the commands, exclamation point commands, you'll get all of the list. My website should pop up there as one of the options, I believe. And it should send you a link to my shop. Breakfast for dinner for Sherry. Thank you, Becca. All right, so I probably might need more paint, but we'll see. I'm just gonna do kind of like a pretty, decent sized coat of paint. Not super, super thick, but also not too thin, because if you get it too thin in some areas, it will dry a little bit more than you want it to dry. And so then the scraping becomes a challenge. And it doesn't scrape that well to get your chippy look. Woo! Brain fart there. All right, what did everybody have for dinner? Hi, Angelica. What did everybody have for dinner? Linda's having ham and twice baked potatoes. You wish you were better at crackling. Yeah, Christy, you're not that bad. Don't give yourself that hard of a time. I'm not that great either, and probably the reason we judge ourselves so hard on it is that I'm just not a fan of the crackling. That's just, I think, my philosophy. I like chippy better. Okay. I'm not worried about going all the way to the top because we're going to put a hat up there. Caroline. Hi, Caroline. Your speech is a little slurred. You made subs, tuna salad, chicken cannellini, is that how you say it? Comfort food, shrimp Alfredo. Okay, so we're just going to use the heat tool. We're going to dry it a little bit, not all the way, okay? Fried chicken. I like chippy better too, Linda. You don't care for the crackling either? I don't know why. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, Trina. I really think that she's hard on herself because I know she doesn't care for it that much, but I know people do. And so, we tend to try to do things that others like as well. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Well, hello, Tanya. Welcome to have you here, friend. So excited. Hi, Sue. Homemade vegetable soup. That sounds delicious. Fish sticks and mashed potatoes. So we did get a little cold last week for a few days, and then it started getting warm again. Baked chicken and a salad. You're not a fan of crackle either, Carrie. Okay, I don't want to get it too dry. It is slightly wet. It's not totally dry. That's kind of a trick, another trick to it chipping easily, is you just don't dry it all the way. Now you can also do once you do this method and it's still a little wet, you can take those scrapings and reapply it, and it gives it just a better look. And a trick with when you're doing the chippy now, you want to make sure that you're keeping your scraper more level instead of like this, okay? Because when you do like that, then it doesn't work right. So I think I want to reapply this today. So here's what we have so far. All right. So now I'm going to dry this all the way. And then we're going to take this, all of these little scrapings, and we're going to reapply it a little bit. And it just really helps with that old, like layered chippy look. It gives it that, like an old fence that's been painted and repainted multiple times. You like spaghetti, but your fiance doesn't. He prefers goulash or lasagna. Well, Becca, can you do, have you ever tried it in a pot using different kind of noodles? Like I will use like penne noodles or the rigatoni noodles, and then I make like lasagna in a pot. It does. It chippies up way better than a candle wax, and it's so much easier. You use this method on a round and coffin for Halloween. Ooh, yep. It looks great, doesn't it? Okay, I just want to make sure that it is dry before we reapply the layers. Hi, Meriden. How are you, friends? So I'm going to show you guys one more time where you can see kind of where it already has. You can see like the little layers already. So now we're just going to take these. Let's see how. And we're just going to kind of just squish it down. And it just changes the look a lot. And so I might have gotten it a little bit dry there. But you can always get it wet with a spritzer bottle, which we're going to do here in a minute. I'm just going to kind of spritz it so that it's a little wet because it got a little dry. Hi, Cece. Haven't seen you for a while, friend. Okay. Yep, and it's kind of getting a little gummy-like, so we're not really going to do any more. 3 on at the same time, Suzanne. Well, I'm so grateful that you are here. There we go. Can you guys see how that changed the look a little bit by like just smearing that on there a little bit? Let's run the dryer over it really quick. We're going to be pretty quick tonight, so you want to practice this. It is so much easier, Trina. The key is where sometimes you have to put the wax a little thicker in some areas, but the big key, definitely going to try it. You prefer it over the crackle. The key is don't dry your paint all the way. When it gets too dry is when you have to really, really scrape to get that chippy look. That's a huge key. Okay. We're going to set him off to the side. And I may go back. I don't know if I want to do the sides or not. I may do the sides. You never chipped a piece, the chippy piece method. Oh, yeah, Dawn, that's another way as well. Okay. I am going to go ahead and do the sides because I think the sides need to be finished. So we're going to do that. So we're just going to kind of lightly brush the sides. And I'm not worried about it being perfect or completely, you know, solid paint, because it kind of goes with our Chippy. But I am going to paint here because it might be seen. Okay. Now let's try that one more time. You love the Chippy look. I know, I love the Chippy look too. Chippy with a little wonky is just perfect. I just like the little wonky look with some snowmans. You're going to try it tomorrow. Dawn, I hope that you enjoy it. It will be great. And wood stockings, yes. I was debating on doing a wood stocking tonight, so I just wasn't feeling it though. Did you, I saw something about cut yourself. Here's that, you guys cut yourself. Yes, Jerry, my husband did cut this. It's just like a little simple little thing that we drew out and that he cut for me. You guys, if you don't have access to wood or you can't afford to buy it, don't forget you guys can use, yes, Phyllis, I do have the stockings on my website right now, so maybe I'll come on tomorrow and do that one. I'll relist it as a different item, what I'm going to do tomorrow. I do have a website with my cutouts there, but remember, if you can't afford it, if it's not in the budget, which is totally understandable. I know that a lot of people cannot, they can't afford it, and that's totally fine. And I totally understand that. Cardboard, you can use cardboard, cut some shapes out of cardboard. You can peel the cardboard layer off, just spritz it with some water, let it sit, and then you can get that corrugated board look if you want that. It should peel off really easily. You can use foam board, the thicker foam boards from Dollar Tree. And there's a lot of different variations that you can do to kind of get the same look. Yep, cardboard is wonderful. And then you can also do what our dear friend Christy does. You can get, if you make them a little bit smaller, well, this would even fit. You can get this out of the Dollar Tree tags, the little signs, trace out what you want, and then use a razor blade to cut it out, kind of score it and work your way around to cut it that way as well. It's a little more work, but you can still get a good thing. All right, so let's keep going. We're going to make this is going to be his hat. And I have a little piece that we're going to use as his brim. And we're going to paint this part black. Yes, cardboard projects are amazing, Sue. They really are. And you do some beautiful work, girl. I've seen some of the things that you have posted on the sharing page, friend. Oh, thank you to Lisa. If you guys don't know about my sharing page, I'd love to have you go on over there. You're welcome to go over there and share your projects, post pictures, look for inspiration, inspire others by your work, ask questions if you're looking for something particular. I've seen a couple posts come through. You're out of control buying Daryl Street cutouts. I've seen some questions come through of people looking for ideas, and you can post your, pictures of things that you've done to inspire or give them ideas. That is Grace and Tattered Lace Crafting, Grace and Tattered Lace Crafting sharing page. That is that page. I'm just going to paint this black, and then we're going to sand it down a little bit. We're not going to do the chippy look on this. We're going to do the kind of distressed look with the sand. Yes, Christy is the queen of making shapes out of Dollar Tree stuff. All right, let's try this, and then we'll paint the rest of that, okay? And I'm going to have to turn the fan on, girls, because I'm getting hot. Getting to that wonderful age is no fun. Oh my gosh, Angelica, that sounds awesome. How are you doing, my sweet friend Talisa? Hello, Patricia Looney, how are you? No worries, girl. Oh, yes, Angelica. Hi, Martha. How are you, sweet friend? All right. Do we have any other new friends? Your son has been cutting patterns with your bandsaw. He loved it. Uh-oh. Hopefully he doesn't steal it from you, Sherry. Any new friends that have come on? If so, welcome. We're so happy to have you here. Please feel free to say hello. If you're a silent watcher and not quite ready, you're under 2 blankets, but a nice day here in Montana. Uh-oh, is it a little cold out, girl? My name is Monique. North Pole stands. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Sue, that is my sharing page where you're allowed to go and you can post your pictures. It is called Grace and Tattered Lace Crafty Friends sharing page. Hi, Patricia. Hello, Rhonda. All right, let's finish drying this. You already had snow and it melted. They have a crafting saw, Angelica? Oh, my word. 45 in Minnesota. Yikes. That's how cold it is. It's been in the mornings for us. I can't imagine it being that cold all day long. All right. Now we've got this painted black. Did I need this for anything else? No. And we're going to do a little sanding. Still haven't learned how to post on the new phone. Angelica, we have to have a tutorial session for you, girl. Okay. Now, let's get the little gator tool. I get a lot of questions about this, you guys. This came from, this one is from Amazon. Nights are low zeros. Wow. Talisa, my sweet friend, thank you so much for the stars. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. Thanks, Deb. Okay, this is called a gator sanding tool. And you can get this on Amazon and any of your hardware stores, including Walmart. So we're just going to do a little sanding on this. That must have been Christy's daughter because she came and helped her clean her craft room. All right. Now, another option, if you don't want to get this, you can get like a sanding block. I know, Angelica, yell loud. I hear the TV down, and maybe he will hear you guys. And he will bring her in here. I don't know that he can get a chair in here right now, though. All right. I think this is going to look so good up against our hat. Just a nice little contrast like that. I don't know. It's not enough. I feel like it needs to have more black showing. What do you guys think? I almost feel like I want more black showing. What do you guys think? Just sanding of the edges? Christy. Or this side that is really sanded. What do you guys think? More black? Yeah, I feel like I took off too much black. I feel like it needs a little more black. Let's just sand the edges a little bit. Side 2. There, I think that's better. Okay. There is this side, or this side. The sanded side. Thanks, Dina. So hard, the sanded. All right, you're welcome, Lori. Thanks for coming and joining us live, friend. Looks like a lot of people are saying the really distressed side. Yep, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, the first side. All right, well, that's what we're gonna go with then. Seems like the majority. All right, now I want to make it a little bit so that it sticks out a little bit, because we're gonna stick our greenery right inside there. So I have just a scrap piece of wood. Now I would probably just use like a tumbling tower fake, Jenga block in here, but my container's buried somewhere, and so I'm just using a scrap piece of wood. We're gonna stick it like so. We're gonna stick it like that, and then put this on top, and then that's gonna give us a little bit of a lip between here to put that on like so. Okay, more black side, the sanded side. I think it looks good. I think either way will actually look really good. I like the contrast of the dark, but that seems to be, yes, it seems to be that everybody really likes that sanded side better. So we are going to Lisa, yes, it is not there yet. Would you paint the scrap piece? I probably should paint the scrap piece just because underneath, no, I'm not going to worry about it, because you're not going to see it unless you're like looking at him like that, underneath. Talisa, yes, this will be available in the shop. This piece though, will not come painted. This will be an unfinished coloring. It will be just a regular, like this color, unfinished, for you to paint it any color you want, or do your own faux barnwood distressed look on it. Okay. Bye, Caroline. Have a good night, sweetheart. We're going to use a little bit of wood glue. And those of you that are new, I say this all the time, so those that are here, that are always here, don't mix your wood glue. To Lisa, the reason I can't offer it the hat painted the way it is because this was a scrap piece of wood that I brought with me from California when we moved. I bought it from somebody that was selling it, and I only have just a couple pieces, like little scrap pieces. Does anybody else see a bear face on the big piece of wood? Yeah, absolutely, Kat. You could totally do that. There's so many options that you can do with this, and I love that you're seeing that. Yes. GraceandTatteredLace.com will get you to my website. That gets you to my Shopify account. So Sorry, I might have squirreled there for a second. Don't mix your wood glue. Don't mix your wood glue and your hot glue because you end up with a slippery, slidey mess and then it won't stick. But the reason that you want to use a little of both is because your hot glue will help it adhere and stick now, where your wood glue will help it stay long term and not fall apart. And there we go. There's our cute little hat. Okay. Now, I just think it's so darn cute. Now you can see why I didn't paint all the way to the top, because this hat is going to go right there. Okay. But we're going to set this off to the side for a second because we're going to paint the nose. And yes, for those that have been waiting, the wonky noses will be hitting the shop. There are 3 sizes. I will be selling them as like a little set for the wonky noses, okay? You're from California too, Val? I lived in California my entire life, and my husband and I moved across the United States to Georgia this summer. If I can get Kevin, if I can get a hold of Kevin, thanks Brenda, and he will hear me, I will ask him to go grab the noses because they're out in the garage, and I forgot to bring the 3 sizes in with me for you guys to see. There's one, I think this is the medium size, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just painting it. Hey, Kevin. He can't hear me. He's very deaf. Yes, I know. I had so many people ask me, and I've just been really, really busy and haven't been able to get them posted, but they will go into the shop because so many of you guys are very interested in the noses. You see the bear? Yes, you do. I'm going to paint a little bit of the backside because it might be hanging off. I'm going to give this a quick dry. Hello, Sue Robertson from Georgia, from Donsville, Georgia. It's not that far. I think that's like, what, about 4 hours? Yes, Christy had a great wonky nose too. First time except for the weekend. Well, welcome back, friend. Very happy to have you. Your name went by so fast I didn't catch it. I am very sorry. Angela. I'm guessing it was Angela. Very happy to have you here. I'm glad that you came back. Okay. Hi, Kathy. How are you, my friend? Just trying to see if Kevin will hear me. Thompsonville, Georgia. I'm learning all kinds of new names. Like, I don't know where all of these places are at. So you guys that are telling me where you're at, you kind of have to give me like a geologic, like a location, a better idea, because it doesn't mean anything to me. Oh, Angie, you like Snowman. Your grandson is moving to Florida. Let's give this a quick dry. It's an hour from Atlanta. Okay. And I think Atlanta is like what? I think Atlanta is maybe about 4 hours from where I'm at. I'm near Savannah. Patricia's from Spencer, Tennessee. Pat's from California. Southwest Georgia. So more towards Atlanta, in that direction. All right. I am so excited, you guys. Upstate New York. Love it. Okay, before we attach this, we're going to put, thank you, Christy. Before we attach this, we're going to go ahead and put a scarf on before I forget, and I can't do it. Okay. Thank you, Dana. Yolanda from Las Vegas. Jerry Lynn is from Wyoming. I love to hear where you guys are all from. Thank you, Sue. Canada. Pearl is from Canada. We have a few friends from Canada in here. Meriden is from Canada. Thompsonville is 45 minutes from the Florida line. Okay. So I just have some, oops, I'm sorry. I got so busy talking. I just have some buffalo check print that I did get this from Hobby Lobby. And we're just going to do just a little basic scarf. Nothing special or fancy. Christy. Whoops. Okay. We'll just trim this off. Hi, Julie. Welcome. Pauline is in Utah. Been there many times in my life. My grandparents used to live there when they were alive on my dad's side. Kat is from Vermont, East Texas. I love it. I love hearing where you're from. Linda is from Orlando. Welcome, friend. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope that you love it. I hope that you're inspired. I hope that you'll come back. My name's Monique, and I am coming to you from Georgia. I am about 30 to 40 minutes from Savannah, depending about where. Chicago, Sherry. More Las Vegas. I've been to Las Vegas many times too, being a California girl. All right, let's glue this on. I have some glue boogers right here. Let's get this out first. Okay, I like Casey from North Oregon. I have never seen anybody else spell their name like that. I have a sister, her name is Casey, and it is spelled the same way. And she hated it because we grew up in the age of Casey and the Sunshine Bandit, and you know how that goes. Okay. All right, just gonna put a little bit of glue here. And a hot glue. Kingston, Washington, North Louisiana. I love it, you guys. Hello, Diane from, oh gosh, another weird one for me to say, from Georgia. New Jersey. Your brother lives in Bowdoin, Georgia. It's on the Alabama side. All right, you guys. Oh, I'm gonna have to hold this for a minute because it's gotta adhere. But look at how cute this is. I love it. Norman, Oklahoma. Thank you, Pauline. I think it is adorable. I'm not sure if it's really adhered yet. I don't want it to. I have a really bad habit of letting things, not being patient. Woo! My tumbling tower is gonna fall over here in a second. Okay, let's see. Might need a little bit more hot glue. We'll see. No, I think it's gonna be okay. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? So stinking cute. Okay, so he's just gonna have his little hat is gonna be like falling down in his face, and his little eyes are gonna be covered up. I am terrible at faces for those of you that are new. I just hate doing faces. His little nose is gonna go right there. Thank you, Jamie. His little scarf yet blowing in the wind. His hat falling in his face. All right, a little more glue. We'll glue our little nose on. And I have something fun for his little buttons. Hello, Gail. Hello, Holly. Thank you, Christy. Thanks, Joette. Oh my gosh. Look at how stinking cute. I think he's so darling. I mean, you can get away with just leaving him like this and he would be darling, but we have some more stuff for him. Thank you, friends. All right, we're gonna set him off to the side for 1 second because we have one more thing to paint, and then we will add a couple more things on him, give him some greenery, and he'll be done. Okay, so I thought it would be cute and different to use some snowflakes as his buttons. I've not seen those yet. And I'm gonna try, oh, that's not the color I had. Thank you, you guys. All right, so this was the closest red-ish color that I could find to the little scarf. And this is by Apple Barrel, and it's called Barn Red. And I think this is gonna go perfect to match his little scarf. And we'll use this one. Okay. I still haven't gotten Kevin to acknowledge me. He's too busy watching TV, you guys. Look at how cute that's gonna look. We're probably gonna have to do a second coat because it's gonna be a little bit light. So I came home from work today and Kevin told me he wanted to have our leftover spaghetti for dinner. But I told him that I had it for lunch for the past 2 days. And he's like, well, I haven't been eating it because I wanted to have that for dinner. And I was like, whatever. Kevin does most of the cooking for me, you guys, because he is not working right now. And I work full time. For those of you that are new, I am a speech pathologist. I work in the school system, and it's been interesting because I've moved from California to Georgia, so I'm having to learn their way of doing things, the state laws that they have here, and a whole new system that we use to store all of our students' information that are on what we call IEP plans that need to have special education services. All right. And it's just been a very stressful year. The other half does the cooking too. He never did. It's new. One of your newfound friends tells me that if you like and spend 3 minutes with them, that it counts. Oh, Suzanne, yes, you do. You guys, if you do what Suzanne is saying, that if you want to jump around and watch other crafters, you know, if you have multiple people that you like to watch that are on at the same time, it helps us with Facebook. It helps us if you stay for at least 3 minutes, or, you know, longer would be better, but 3 minutes really helps us, especially if you're going to fast forward. If you could just let it run for 3 minutes at any time, that would be great. Same with the quick videos. It's just not me, it's all of us. Okay. Oh, these are going to be cute, you guys. I have to be careful because the back is a little bit wet. Hello, Pixie. How are you? Hello, Kim. It's chalking out the chalking at the white elephant. Woo, that was a mouthful for me. All right. just wiping the wet paint off the back. Oh, adorable. Look at how adorable that is. I almost feel like the buttons need to have a little bit of black on it. So I'm going to put some ink on there. 3 minutes straight. I think it needs to be, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure, but I think 3 minutes straight is probably the best option. Where is my ink? It's in the bottom drawer. I'm just going to add a little bit of ink on the buttons just to kind of help tie it in with the black on the scarf. This is just some Ranger Archival black ink. Ooh, this looks really good. All right, there we go. Look at that. Oh, no worries, Julie. There's always, oh yeah, that looks way better. There's always replay, friend. Did I miss something? This looks really good. Okay. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Adorable. All right, let me glue these on and I'll show you guys what those look like. Yeah, it just needed a little something. Just gonna use a tad bit of wood glue and then we'll use some hot glue. Okay. And I'm not going to go overboard with the stuff and the decorations on this guy because I think sometimes less is more. And I think that this little guy fits that case of less is more. No bows. We don't need any big bows. I think the little greenery that I have planned, I think is just going to be perfect. Look at how darling that is, you guys. Susan, we're making a snowman. Thank you, Phyllis. We're making a snowman. Just add a little wood cut, a little piece of scrap wood for his little hat. And, okay. Where are they at here? A little buried. I have some little twigs that we're going to stick on his little sides for his arms. And then we'll put some greenery on. Let's see. I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys think about the twig arms. What do you guys think? Arms or no arms? Okay, there's arms. Or no arms. All right, let's see. Let's do heart for arms. Thumbs up for no arms. You guys tell me. What do you guys think? Hearts for arms. Thumbs up for no arms. We can make the arms come from the back. Oh, I can put them on the side like so. The only reason I don't like the arms coming, we can do it this direction, coming up. The only reason I don't like doing them sticking out is because they break easily when you try to store them. Thumbs up. Okay, it's looking like a lot of thumbs up. A lot of thumbs up. No arms. All right, it's leaning towards the no arms right now, friends. Okay. All right, so this is a little greenery sprig that I've got. It came from Walmart. I just think it's super cute, and I think it's going to be perfect on him. I'm just going to cut this down, and we'll stick it in his little hat. Yep, less is more. That's what I said, right, Susan? Less is more. And this one's hard. You guys, I was in a car accident, not this past April, but the April before, and I still battling with some numbness in my hand and my fingers. And so sometimes when these things get big, I have a hard time. Hello, Michelle from California. They do have some cute greenery, Christy, you're right. But mine did not have all of the regular stuff out, just a few things. Is Kevin, Pixie, are you calling Kevin? Yeah, we need Kevin. I definitely think I need him. Because, there we go. Oof. So sometimes when you can't cut it, if you can get just enough, you can bend it back and forth usually, and it will snap. But I don't even know that I can get it. Hello, Debbie from Colorado. Welcome, friend. Okay, there we go. It's coming now. Oh my goodness. Yes, Dana, you're right. I think this one was $1.28. The downside, there we go. All right. Just gonna stick that right in his hat. And I am gonna put a little bit of wood glue down there, just to hope that it will help it stick. All right. How is the weather here? It's last week we had some cold weather, and this week it's starting to warm back up. So it was in the 80s again today. Thank you, June. Michelle, I don't. I think Barb, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think she lives in the Dawsonville area, if I'm not mistaken, which is about 5 hours or so from me. It's on the other side of Atlanta from where I'm at. He really is, Tammy. He really is. Okay, this particular greenery is really, really hard to get it to stick. I love it, but it is harder because of those little pokey greenery pines. It doesn't stick as easily. I do love it though. All right, it's fighting me. What are the dimensions of the hat? Sandy, I'll measure it and tell you in just a minute. If I might have to run out and get a measuring tape though, because I think I took my measuring tape to the desk. You used to live here? Yes. Yes, you are in Hemet. You're originally from San Diego. Michelle so did. We originally lived in Lake Elsinore. I grew up in Anaheim near Disneyland, and we moved to Lake Elsinore. Then after we moved to Tennessee and came back, we moved to Marietta. Thank you, April. I appreciate it. Tammy, I love, 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 love my my school district. I'm just having to get used to how things are different. Rain is in the southwest and will get cold again. We're having a mild winter. Okay, Dana, thank you. Okay, look at you guys. Look at how stinking cute this is. Isn't that adorable? I think it turned out so darn cute. And you can use different greenery. I just like this because it was already on a little stem and it had a little variety of greenery. Each square on your mat is 1 inch. Thank you, Trish. I know. I could probably do that. I always forget that. Let's move this. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 inches wide. Okay, 5 inches wide. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 inches tall. 5 by 6. And then the brim is just another piece of wood that's obviously, it is, what would that be, 7. The brim is about 9 inches. 9 inches. Yes, Christy, we do. We need to have a themed week every week. That's right. You guys, we challenge you to make some snowmen this week. Are we gonna put eyes? No, his little eyes, his little hat is falling in his little face. We're not gonna put any little eyes. I think he's little cutie, just like that. Now, if you like eyes and you want eyes, you could probably get away with putting like one little eye right on this side. The other one I don't think would be seen very much. But I think he turned out super cute. Michelle, so thanks for asking. So the first hospital is moving super, super slow. And we were told that they are very, very slow. He is in the hiring process of going with a specialty hospital that works within that hospital. So I think when they see him, they're gonna like just kick themselves in the butt for dragging their feet a little bit too long. But hopefully here next week he might be working. Yes, no eyes. No worries. Was that Pat that said she missed? Just make sure you come back and watch the replay, friend. Theme weeks would be amazing. Yes. All right. Well, we challenge you this week to make some snowmen. Make sure you get them posted. I'll make sure to start a thread so that you guys can come and post your snowmen that you have made. Anyway, you guys, if you love this, make sure that you sprinkle this, you tag your friends, let them know that we're going to do a theme week, and we'd love for you and them to join. Hi, Becky. This kit will be available with the hat. The hat will be unfinished with the brim, the snowman, and his nose. It will be available in the shop, graceandtatteredlace.com. All right, and I'd love to see what you guys do, what kind of snowmen you make, and that's it, my sweet friends. Your daughter's name is Brittany. Oh my gosh, and you spell it the same way. Same way as we spell our Brittany. All right, you guys have a great night. I will see you guys later. I'm sorry that I have not been that active out there and making a whole lot of posts and being able to make comments to you guys, but it has been crazy at work, and I'm hoping it's going to die down. But I can't get on like I used to, and so I'm struggling a little bit. Anyway, you see what you're saying about the eyes? Yep, I think if you're going to put any eyes, one would work well. Sprinkle. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, have a great night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thanks, Holly.